Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss what is pious obligation under the Hindu Succession Act. So, it is the obligation of a son to discharge the personal debts contracted by the father after the father dies. It means the moral liability of sons to pay off or discharge his father's debts. Its origin is from Dharma Shastra, where the father will suffer unbearable pain in the other world if the debts are not paid. That is, it is paid off for the spiritual benefit of the father. In respect of debts incurred by the father, even for his personal benefit, at a point of time when he joined with his sons, the sons are liable to pay such debts unless debts were for illegal or immoral purposes. So now let's see some examples. Suppose the debt is contracted by the father and it was before the partition. So the sons would be liable to pay off the debt even it was made for the personal benefit. Another example, suppose the debt is contracted by the father after partition, then the sons are not liable as they got their separate property from the partition. Suppose in a case where the father is a karta, he has extra powers to pay off or clear debts from the co-parental property or joint family property. That is, he can take from the shares of the sons also, and the sons can do nothing about it. So now let's see some cases where the son will not be liable to pay off the debt if the debt was for. Suppose the debt was for avyavaharika or untainted debts, immoral purposes, the debt was made for illegal purposes, the father did not act prudently or reasonably, and he promised without consideration, or he made promises with lust. So in these cases, son will not be liable to pay off the debt. Another important point, the date on which debt was taken is important in this pious obligation. It should be immoral or illegal on the date when the loan was raised so as not to make the son liable to discharge the debt. Let's learn through an example. Suppose debt was taken on 1/1/2000. The purpose was illegal on that day. So the son is not liable because on the date the date was taken, the purpose was immoral. Suppose the date was taken on 1/1/2000 and the purpose was legal or moral on that day. But subsequently the purpose became illegal or immoral, then also the son is liable because it was legal or moral on the date when the date was taken. So the burden of proof is on the son to prove that debt was avyavaharika so as not to discharge the father's liability. Also he has to prove the creditor has also the knowledge of this fact, that the creditor has also the knowledge that the purpose was for illegal and immoral. So this doctrine of pious obligation was lifted up in the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. So section 6 clause 4 deals with that pious obligation. It recommended that the repayment of debt contracted by any Hindu would be his personal liability. So now let's see the section. Section 6 subsection 4 deals after the commencement of the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005. No court shall recognize any right to proceed against a son, grandson or great-grandson for the recovery of any debt due from his father, grandfather or great-grandfather solely on the ground of pious obligation under the Hindu law of such son, grandson or great-grandson to discharge any such debt. So it says the son, grandson or great-grandson will not be liable for any debt incurred by their father, grandfather or great-grandfather after this Amendment Act. Also there is a provision provided that in the case of any debt contracted before the commencement of the Amendment Act, nothing contained in this subsection shall affect the right of any creditor to proceed against the son, grandson or great-grandson. It means the creditor can proceed against the son, grandson or great-grandson if the debt was contracted before the commencement of this Amendment Act, then any alienation made in respect of or in satisfaction of any such debt and any such right or alienation shall be enforceable under the rule of pious obligation in the same manner and to the same extent as it would have been enforceable as if Hindu Succession Amendment Act had not been enacted. That means they can proceed against the son or grandson if the Hindu Succession Amendment Act had not been enacted. So this is all about doctrine of pious obligation. Hope you all will like it. Please like and subscribe the video. Thank you.